What's going on today, guys? I've got a little blind set up here today, and the whole purpose of my blind is those budget banger bourbons that are still packing a punch. I have 6 different 100 proof sub $20 bourbons poured out here today, and as you can see, I do have 1 extra glass, so I do have 7. I have included one, what I would call my daily banger bottle. It is a bottle it is honestly my favorite daily pour. It's a little bit sub 100 proof, but it's a pretty equivalent. So 100 proof, sub $20, and there's a couple caveats with the pricing on these, and I will share that as I go through them here. As you can see, I've got all the pours laid out here on my little carousel going around. Honestly, I didn't even know what they were before even putting them on the carousel. The way I did my random, I was trying my damnedest to not know what they are, especially since I'm using some of my distillery glasses here. But I got them labeled A through G on the bottom. I've got my list off to the side here. So I will share what I have. Let me get rid of my carousel here and just let me get the pours laid out in front of us as I go through the bottles. Pull these back a little bit for now. Okay. Like I said, these are all 100 proof, sub $20 bourbons. And I'm just going to go through them in no particular order here before I do the tasting. Here, I'll just go in the order I have them sitting up here. The first one here is JTS Brown. It is the bottled in bond, 100 proof. This is made by Heaven Hill, I believe. I purchased, this one is not available here in Ohio. All of my pricing, other than a couple, will be based in Ohio. Current prices in Ohio, with one exception, and I'll explain that here in a moment. So JTS Brown, made by Heaven Hill, bottled in bond, 100 proof. This one is not available in Ohio, so I had to look it up on the web. It ranges between $15 and $19. This is not the 80 proof. This is the 100 proof bottled in bond. If I remember right, I picked this up at a Total Wine down in, it was either Tennessee or Kentucky. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've had that or bought that. The second bottle I have on the lineup here is Old Tub. Old Tub is made by Jim Beam. It is 100 proof. I don't think they do claim it as a bottled in bond. This one is actually the only unfiltered bottle in the lineup. This is a banger bottle, like I said, made by Jim Beam. I've gone through a few of them. Old Tub is $19.99 in most places. That is what I paid for that bottle. That is what they go for here in Ohio. They're a little harder to find here in Ohio, but I do believe I bought that one here in Ohio. I have seen them cheaper than that in the South, down in the southern states. I've seen them for $15, $16, $18. The next on the list is another Jim Beam product, Old Granddad Bonded, or OGD 100. I apologize for saying all the time. I had a friend tell me that I need to stop that, but it's how I'm talking, I guess. OGD Bonded. This is the one that's a little bit of a caveat. This is available here in Ohio, and it currently is $24.99. I know I bought this bottle for $19.99. The prices have gone up quite a bit in the last year and a half since I purchased this bottle. And I know I've seen them in the down south traveling in the $18 to $20 range. So this is the only one other than my banger bottle that is over $20 current Ohio pricing. But I don't think I would want to pay much more than that anyhow. Next one, this one's a little harder to find for some reason. This is the Very Old Barton Bonded, or 100 proof. This one is, for some reason, stupid hard to find right now. You find the 80 proofs all over the place. I bought this one down in Lexington on my last trip. sitting on the bottom shelf like it should be. I believe I paid like $17 for it. I looked online. These are selling between $12 and $15 from online retailers, but for some reason the 100 proof is harder to find. They're easy to spot on the shelf because they do have that white band on the bottom and the 100 proof neck band. The next one is a banger for a lot of folks. Early Times Bottled in Bond. This is 100 proof. Bottled in Bond signifies that. This one, as all you know, there's the older bottles and the newer bottles. This is the newer bottle. Metal blue cap. Currently put out by Sazerac, Buffalo Trace, whatever you want to call that. Sazerac puts this out, and it's believed still to be Brown-Forman juice that was sold to Sazerac, and they're still putting a Brown-Forman juice in. When that's all going to change over, nobody seems to know yet, but it is the newer style, available. Ohio, again, here in Ohio, these are a little harder to find, but I go down south and these are regular shelfers. This bottle is a 1 liter bottle, so it is a $25 bottle, but if you do the math, you divide the 1,000 times 750, the 750 bottle comes out to around $19 a bottle. So if you want to doing the math on the per milliliter price, that still comes in under the $20 mark. Next one is a banger for a lot of folks. Good old Evan Williams, Bottled in Bond. This one is a $20 bottle or less all day long, every state, everywhere. If you can't find this, you better find another liquor store because they should be everywhere. This is made by Heaven Hill. Like I said, Bottled in Bond, 100 proof, like all the rest. This one is actually my favorite for a mixer. I think this makes a outstanding old fashioned. I don't drink it neat all that often, but I love it in my old fashions. And my last bottle, my 7th bottle, my bonus bottle, my banger bottle as I call it. I drink this one daily, almost. I'm not gonna say daily, but because honestly, it's a little pricey to be a daily drinker. But I go through a lot of these, and that is Bardstown Origin Series, the white label. Now this one is not 100 proof. This is a 96 proof. I thought maybe that would be a, give it a little bit of a, give the others a little bit of advantage over this. But this is my go-to. I want traditional, I want comfort. You know, this is my favorite bottle. I keep several on hand at all times. I've gone through several. I buy this when I see it. It is available here in Ohio mostly. This one is $45.99 current price on OHLQ, but it's worth every dime in my opinion. Some folks like it, some folks don't. And yes, I could have put in the black label Bottled in Bond, but that one is a weeder, and I wanted to stick to mostly like traditional rye mash bill for this comparison, because I think I'd be able to pick that weeder out. So being there's a lot of samples here, I'm just gonna have to, you know, obviously it's gonna take some time to go through these. I have no idea what order they're in. Trying to figure out where I can get them in the frame here. I've been mixing them up several times as I've moved them around from one place to another. A couple of these are fresh cracks, as you've seen from the bottles. So I did pour these 30-40 minutes ago, and they've all been sitting out. I put a plate over them just to, they were exposed to the air but not to the elements. All my glasses do have distilleries on them. None of these match distilleries whatsoever. I did my due diligence to keep these to where I didn't know what they were. I didn't want to cheat this at all. So I'm going to go through them one at a time individually. I'm not going to nose them all and then go through and taste them all. I'm just going to nose, taste, give you my opinion on every one at a time. I do have some water I'm going to drink in between the pours. It is going to take me a while. This is probably going to be a little bit of a long video with a big reveal at the end, but I think this is going to be a very good video for a lot of the guys out there that are just like, You know, I love the higher end stuff, but I just can't drink it every day. I can't afford to drink it every day, and I feel that it's real. The times are tough. So, and I love absolutely all these. The ones that were fresh cracks, they weren't fresh cracks because I didn't have them before. They're fresh cracks because they were replacement bottles. So I've had every one of these bottles for many months. Enjoyed every one of them. So let's go. Let's get right to it. Just roll it around a little bit. I don't like to swirl too much. I like the whole roll technique. And I'm not a professional taster here, folks. I'm a novice enthusiast in the bourbon community. I enjoy it. I've been into it for a little over a year. I've acquired over 100 different individual bottles. So my tastes obviously aren't going to be your taste. You may not like how I describe these, but this is my opinion. All I can get out of this is just your traditional, toffees and vanillas out of this. Nothing stand out. Smells excellent. Smells like an excellent bourbon. Again, just your traditional, excellent bourbon flavors. A little bit of viscosity, sticks to your mouth a little bit. No real burn to it, doesn't drink hot. Nice sweet vanilla type flavors. Damn, that's good. Second flavor, and get a little bit of the nuttiness. Not like a peanut, but like an almond, like a sweet almond, like a granola type nuttiness. It's probably a very good description of that. A lot of granola type flavors in there. Granola bars, sweet granola bar flavors. All right, let's go on to number 2 here. Took a drink of water here. This one's a little more subdued. You get my snout right down in there to really get the flavors on this, or the nose on this. Not quite as sweet. A little more wood on it. Wouldn't really call it oaky wood, just like fresh cut wood. Yeah, a little more subdued flavors. A little more of that fresh cut wood flavor. A little less impressive than the first one. A little more, a little deeper baking spices. Like I said, it is a little more woody. Still very subdued. I'm gonna call it light. Baking spice, hint of wood. Oh, this one's nutty. This one's nutty. Like payday nutty. I didn't want to guess at these, but I'm sorry, one of the The OGD or the tub sticks out in this one. Yeah. Probably making a fool of myself guessing, but ooh, gotta write some stuff down here. Yeah, I'm writing down nutty payday. I have trouble with describing flavors and smells. All I know is if I like it or don't like it. And I like all these, so that's kind of makes it hard. A little bit of old wood on the finish. I'll try to get through these in a manner that's not going to take a 45-minute video to do it. There's a lot of good juice on this table. Like sweet baking spices. Almost looked at the bottom of the glass. Yeah, like ginger snaps or snickerdoodle. Sweet bacon spice on the nose. It doesn't transfer though. I get almost bitterness. I apologize if the mic is picking up me smacking my lips, but that's how I drink bourbon. Don't have a pour with me if you can't stand lip smacking, because this is how I do it. Yeah, I still get the sweet bacon spices on the nose. Very drying. Almost like a champagne drying in the mouth. So it's got a thick finish. I'm getting, like, it tastes dusty, I guess. Like that old wood dustiness. I haven't had some of these in a while. I think there's only 2 on the table that I've had in the last couple weeks. That would be the Bardstown, the Evan Williams. All the other ones, it's probably been a month or more since I've had them. Not so many here, I lost count. Excuse me. That sweetness, kind of like the first one had. Just sweet, caramel, vanilla, traditional bourbon sweetness. Ooh, that one's got some legs on it. I haven't really been paying attention to the other ones, but that one definitely got some legs to it. Nuttiness again. I'm gonna guess on this one because of the legs, the nuttiness, and that little bit of subdued flavor. This could be the old tub. Again, I'm probably embarrassing myself by trying to guess. And the reason why I say an old tub on the legs, not sure if you can make it out in that glass, because it is the only one in here that's unfiltered. But while looking back, I guess, that one's not too much. I'm pretty confident that's the old tub. Again, I'm probably embarrassing myself by trying to guess, but hey, it's my video. I can do what I want. All right, getting right down to the brass tacks here. A couple left. Now, the nose is getting weaker and weaker as I go, I think, because that's generally how my palate works. I think I'm going to take another drink of water here. The more I drink, the less I get. So hence why most people should start with lower proof and work your way up to the higher proof. Because if you go straight to 120, 130 proof, you're going to burn out your sinuses. And if you grab an 80, 90, 100 proof, you're going to think they don't taste very well. Excuse me. All right, that water helped. Pretty weak. Get a little wood on the nose. Not super strong, just some subdued wood. Ooh. Yeah, that transfers. That's woody. That is like chewing, I don't want to say charcoal, chewing on a piece of wet wood, piece of sweet wet wood. Yeah, that one, it's very, very aged tasting and smelling. Wow, yeah. Wood for days. And the sweetness actually comes in on the backside. Because I'm looking at the 7 bottles I have sitting here. And none of these should have that kind of wood. I have a guess what it could be, but I'm not going to guess because, like I said, I don't want to make a fool out of myself. Oh, let me get a drink of water and I'll get on to the last one here. And I am going to rank these. I have an idea right now. They're all so good. And when I rank these, it's not going to be this one's great and this one's shit. You know, whatever order I put them in. But they're going to be tight. This one's got a little bit of a funk to it. This one's quite a bit different than all the others on the nose. What is that smell? I'm definitely going to have to do some editing on this video. I'm going to sit here and think about this smell for a minute. What is this? Tapioca. Yeah. That is a tapioca with some sweet smoke to it. Wow. That's good. That's good. Oh, that's good. There's like a flavor explosion going on in my mouth right now. It's all there. That's sweet. It's got that tapioca on the nose with a little bit of smoke on the backside, sweet smoke like mesquite. And that mouthfeel. Oh, that's so good. That's the number one glasses of this. I'm gonna go back through them, but right now that's number one. Yeah, that's got all the sweetness, all the smokiness. That one is, I'm gonna set this, not gonna be able to tell, but I'm gonna try to layer these as my rankings. And then I'll go through them here at the end. Start with my number one ranking. So I'm gonna go back through these a little bit real quick. I'll probably do a little fast forward to get through them because I'm probably gonna take a a few minutes here to go back through them, but then I'll come back with my rankings. I have my rankings. It was a little difficult. Like I said, these are all so close, so good. A couple of them are so different, but yeah, you hand me a pour of any of these, I'll enjoy every bit of it. None of these are a bad buy, let's put it that way. Don't you see any of these bottles, grab them for the prices that I stated. The sub $20 for the 6 bottles, even the Bardstown at $45. It's amazing. I love it. And another reason I included the Bardstown is because I want to give some of you guys that have had a lot of these or understand what the Bardstown tastes like, understand my palate. What do I like? What is my favorite? And that Bardstown is, I'm not going to say it's my favorite bottle I own, but for the price, the proof, the availability, it's my favorite daily-ish pour. So that's why I included that. Plus, I wanted to see how many of these other ones knock it out. My number one, most likely, is not that Bardstown, but we will see. So I got them ranked. I got a paper over here. I'm going to go through them one by one. Got them ranked 1 through 7. And I will explain a little bit why I put them in that ranking. But I will start from number 7. So the number 2 glass here is the one I put at number 7. It is the light baking spice with a hint of wood. It was very good flavors. I liked it, but it was just very faint, very, very mute. So it's not a bad pour. You know, for sub $20, absolutely I would pay that for it, whatever it ends up being. Watch it end up being the stupid Bardstown. So that is A. Guess what A is? I don't know if you can see that. That's my Bardstown. Oh my. Oh my. Does the proof kill that? Really? It's 96 proof. Maybe that's why I like it as a daily. Wow. That is a $45.99 plus tax. You might as well call it a $50 bottle. It's good. I just drank that. I just had it last night and the night before and the night before that. It's, I mean, the biggest notes I put, light baking spice with a hint of wood. As a daily, yeah, but wow. This is my real reaction. Holy crap. I'm speechless. This makes me question everything I've done with bourbon. Okay. There's some Bardstown haters out there saying, I told you so. Wow. Okay. Moving on. Wow. My mind is blown. Wow. There's no words. All right, I gotta move on. All right, my brain was so flustered there, I had to like regroup myself. I had to take a little edit there and fix my rankings because I had them messed up. But yeah, the Bardstown, my baby bottle. Wow. Last place in this blind. Wow. Okay, moving on. All right, that was number 7. Let's go to the number 6, which is the number 5 glass here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5 was the one I said traditional bourbon, nutty, with legs. This was the one I also predicted was the old tub because of the legs on the bottle, on the glass. This is B. B is JTS Brown, 100 proof, made by Heaven Hill. Excellent bottle. Nothing wrong with that bottle. JTS Brown. That one there. 100 proof, bottled in bond, made by Heaven Hill Distilleries. Excellent bottle for $15 to $19. Not hating on that at my number 6 position, but is what it is. My number 5, which would be my number 3 glass. 1, 2, 3. This is the one that I said nutty. Payday, Old Wood. This is actually the one that I predicted that would be the Old Granddad. And it is E. E on the glass. I know you don't have my key. And I'm wrong again. Very old Barton. Again, for, what is it? $12 to $15. That is a banger. Would not pass that bottle up any day. Obviously, I wouldn't pass up any of these bottles since I put it above my baby there. I still can't believe that. All right, let me check these off here. All right, and on to number 4, which is the number 6 glass. This is the one I said woody, sweet. Wet wood. This is the one I said woody, like chewing on a wet piece of wood. Yeah, I still get that. Oh, I might help if I see what it is. That is my C glass, and my C glass is OGD bonded. Old Granddad, made by Jim Beam. That's the one that is currently running around $25-ish, but I know I bought that one for 20 or less than 20. Trying to mark these off so I can put them in order when I'm done with at the end of the video here. All right, so number 3, we're down to the last 3. The on the podium, the bronze medal winner here is number 4, which would be my middle glass here. This is the one I said was sweet bourbon profiles, traditional with a little dusty wood. This is the one I said was a little drying on the backside. Oh yeah, that's woody, that's drying. That is number G. G on my list is the Evan Williams. Coming in strong. Where's she at? Yeah. Evan Williams. Some people said they've seen this for as little as $15 for a 750. That is a banger bottle. For sure. Like I said before, I love that in old fashions. Maybe that's why I get those drying woodiness to it. That is an excellent bottle for its price point. So I'm just gonna go number 2, then number 1. That way I can just keep the flow going. Number 2 was number 1 glass here. That was the one I said was sweet granola, almost no burn. And I still get that. I still get the granola. Yeah, that's a whole lot of sweetness, a little bit of oak on the back side. And that is a D. D on my list over here is Early Times, bottled in bond. This bottle has won a lot of blinds for, you know, a sub $20 bottle in the 750 milliliter price range. They say the black label one, or the black capped ones, are better than the newer ones, but I tell you what, I have not been disappointed with that bottle. That is my second one. Might even be the third one in the last year I've gone through. Let me mark that down. That is Early Times. And the number 1, obviously, it's kind of process of elimination here. I'm gonna beat around the bush. It is F, and that is Old Tub. Old Tub is the winner here. Let me just move all these glasses off to the side. This is a bit of a shock to me, honestly. I've gone through several of these bottles of Old Tub. Let me just bring the winner down here. Set her on her podium. Get a little up close. Old Tub, made by Jim Beam, bottled in bond, unfiltered, for more robust flavor. It says right on the bottom. If you want to believe a label, tonight, I believe the label. F, let me verify, Old Tub, yep. Yeah. On my notes, I put good. Good. That's all I put because I was like, that's sweet, that's woody, that's viscous. And it's, you know, I said that one had legs. Maybe I failed to notice on this one. It's got the legs to the glass too. So this is the only one in the group that is unfiltered. That means a lot to some folks, including myself. I tend to gravitate toward a lot of uncut, unfiltered, higher proof items, products. I've gone through, this is probably my 4th or 5th bottle of this Old Tub. And you're gonna laugh at why I've gone through so many of them. Because one, it is so good and proofy at the sub $20 mark. This is one I actually pour into some of my Rum Runner little plastic, what do you want to call them, pouches I have, like Capri Sun pouches. It's got the little caps on them. And I sneak them in my luggage and get them on cruise ships. And the reason why I take the Old Tub, one is because I really enjoy this on ice. So if you go on a cruise and you enjoy something on the rocks, you don't want it to be watered down so much on the rocks, which, you know, on the rocks does, it brings out some of the ethanols. This one I really enjoy on the rocks more than I do neat. Plus it's that sub $20 price point. So if how do I say this without incriminating myself, which I don't. If I get caught by security by trying to sneak this on board, I'm out, what, 20 bucks, 40 bucks if I try to take 2. So I'm not gonna try to sneak a $80 bottle on board and security finds it and I'm out 80 bucks, but 20 bucks, they find it, oh well, slap on the wrist, but I haven't been caught yet, you know, FYI, okay. So that's it, Old Tub is the winner. Can't deny that, that is good. So I'm gonna arrange these my left to right. I don't know how it's gonna show up on screen because I'm a YouTube moron here. Old Tub is the winner. Number 2, Early Times. I remember hunting this bottle back in the day, back when I first started, and Yeah, it was good. This was actually one of the first bottles that I found that the liquor store would only let me buy one of, and I was pissed. So I went back the next day and bought another one, and the next day and bought another one. Had 3 days off in a row, bought 3 bottles. This is probably honestly still one of the 3 bottles I bought. It might be, I don't remember. Number 3 in my lineup was Evan Williams. Where's she at? There it is. Can't go wrong. Evan Williams, Heaven Hill product. I love it in old fashions. I just replaced this bottle because for New Year's we made a bunch of old fashions. Used a bunch of my my last bottle. It was phenomenal. Loved every moment of it. Number 4, the OGD, old granddad, Jim Beam. Usually you get a little bit of nuttiness out of this bottle. Tonight, I didn't get so much of that, but still phenomenal pour. But being that this one, the price point has gone up about $5, and these are still sub 20 for a 750 bottle. Maybe the OGD should be moved down a couple ranks, but tonight it's the OGD by taste, comes in 4th. All right, number 5, where am I at? Very Old Barton. So a little bit harder to find. For the 100 proof, you can find the smaller 80 proof ones all day long, but you know, not a bad pour, not a bad buy. Like I said, all these are so good. Starting to doubt my Bardstown, but I digress. Let me get to that. So where am I at? Number 6, JTS Brown. Another one, for some reason, the 100 proof is a little harder to find, but when you do find it, sub 20 bucks, grab it. No regrets there. And last place tonight, which puts a tear in my eye. It seriously does, guys. Wow. This is probably the 5th or 6th bottle. I just cracked it today. Oh, I still love these. Maybe it's just my palate tonight. Maybe it's, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but here's where we're at in this video. You're chasing that bottle. You got a bottle that you're like, that's the only thing I'll drink. That's the only thing I love. You're not always right. You could be wrong. I know a couple of my friends are laughing when they're watching this video because they know how much I love this bottle. I joke about this bottle all the time. I'll get a text from a buddy that says, "What are you having tonight?" And I'll be like, "Oh, you know, this little Bardstown bottle that nobody seems to like. It's garbage. It's absolutely junk, but I'll drink it because I have to." You know, obviously, at that time, I thought I was joking. And yeah, it's 96 proof. It's not 100. I'm sorry, 4 proof points isn't going to make that difference. I got some soul searching to do. But anyway, here's the ranking, guys. Tonight, Old Tub, unfiltered. What did I buy that for? I bought it for $19.99 here in Ohio. I know I've seen it in other states for $16 to $18. Tonight's winner. All still great pours. I don't regret 1 through 6 at all on price, proof, and availability. This number 7, we're going to have a top. Anyway, all right, we're going to cut this out. I'm going to have to do some editing on this video to get this a little shorter for y'all, but there's where we're at, guys. Find something that you love. Hopefully it's a banger for the buck. And it just goes to show that money availability doesn't mean crap. There could be stuff sitting on the shelf that you might just love. Anyway, later, guys. Love y'all. See you later.